Mic test, mic test. Hello guys, this is Eric from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry about the technical glitch just now. So right now I'm testing again. Hopefully everything turns out well. Okay, right. So hi CK, hi Hubert, hi Flora. Thank you so much for coming back again. Good now. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. All right, so let me quickly, get into the analysis today. In Forex Trading Plan, EUROMARKET 2022, April the 27th, yes, what we are going to do is that in Forex trading, we have to plan our trade before we can actually start trading. We don't just jump into a trade blindly or hoping to make some money, all right, without a plan, because market moves every minute, every second. So we need to plan it well and make sure we have a good decision. We have a direction so that we have a good decision so that we can make profit from there. All right. Okay. So Sawadee krap, gong si. So over here now, I'm running late. I'm very sorry. Okay. So let's go into our analysis right now. Okay, so I will be starting off from Aussie CAD, right? Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD today, first of all, we have to determine there are three things in the Forex trading that we must know. First of all is the trend, all right? So by looking at this Aussie CAD over here, okay, so right here, as we can see, right now is in the bearish market. Okay, it's in the bear market right now. Sorry, I wouldn't say bearish market, it's a bear market, right? Okay, so we determine the trend first. So it is in the bear. Bear means running downwards, right? Okay, so right now, as we can see, there are times when it is on the way, all the way down. But there are people who think that, Eric, this is a bear trend. But how come when I start selling, I still make some losses? Why is that so? Well, I think it's very easy and simple because there are times there will have some retracement. There is some pullback over here. So as you can see, the retracement here. So it's very obvious and clearly that we know in the bear market, they're about to have a retracement. So during the retracement, we don't buy, neither we sell. We just stay put and wait for the trend to come back into the prevailing bear trend, then we start selling. All right. Okay. So sometimes we can be aggressively entering trades to get profits. There are times that we have to stay calm. We have to stay away. All right. So today in Aussie CAD, we have to stay away. Okay. By looking at this right now, it's very obvious. All right. For the past few days, okay, but no, yesterday onwards, there's a retesting. Like I said yesterday, we have a retesting, and after retesting, it went up all the way, right? So now it forms a new resistance up here. Okay, so in this time frame H4 here, day one, I determine where's my trend. Okay, so in my H4, I'm going down to a lower time frame, just like a satellite, zooming in, all right, to find a precision point to enter for a trade. So right now, I'm going to the second step to see where is the resistance. Because in the bear trend, I wanted to sell. So I want to make sure I am selling from the resistance. Okay. So over here, by looking at this, the resistance has formed right here. But we are having a retracement today. Can you see there's a retracement today? Right. So it may even break the resistance, go up to a further up resistance, which is around here, right? So it may. So there's no sign of selling yet. So when there's no sign of selling, do not enter any trades. Just stay away and look out for another currency pair, like what I'm going to do right now. Okay, right. So Aussie CAD, we are meeting up with a resistance right now. All right. So going down to a lower time frame in H1. We can see that it's actually hitting on the resistance area over here, trying to form a new cycle of selling. Okay, So when we start to zoom down, we are going to look out for cycle, a new cycle to sell, a new cycle to sell, where we are not going to say, okay, this is the high and I'm going to try my luck selling down from the high to the low to grab as much profit as possible. Right? So in this case, right, this is how I'm going to look at my chart. From the day one, analyze my trade, analyze my trend, and H4 coming down to see where's the resistance, H1 to see if there's any new cycle to sell. Currently, no. Alright, so it's not the wise choice to sell right now. Okay, so yep. So let's move on. So when there's nothing, make a very swift decision. Okay, just skip. Okay, we have to skip. Means we have to skip. Alright, so let's go in Aussie franc. Aussie franc over here. Right, Aussie franc, same thing. We are in the bear. However, today we are having another retracement. So the retracement is trying to recover the losses for the past 3 days. So right now we don't have any selling opportunity. Alright, so don't buy. Never place a buy order in a selling trend. It's anti-trend trading, so it's very dangerous. Okay, so let's skip. What about Aussie yen? Well, Aussie yen, by looking at Aussie yen, same thing. We have been selling for the past 3 days, making profits, but today we cannot let the complacency take over us, whereby, all right, it's actually having a retracement. Then we got to stay away. All right. Okay, so yeah, just stay away from Aussie yen first. What about Aussie Kiwi? Aussie Kiwi is still in the bull run. All right, it's still in the bull. As we can see, it's still running upwards. Am I right? Okay, as you can see, this line is the chart is still running upwards. In forex trading, it's very easy to determine the trend, but it's very difficult to curb our personal greed. All right, so usually when people lose money, it's not about they don't understand the chart, it's because we cannot control our emotions. So over here, by looking at this chart here, we can very simply that we can see that this is an upward trend. So upward trend, you can see there's a higher support, higher support, higher support. All right. Well, how to look at the higher support? I will explain further in the online class. All right. So over here, this way now with a red, green candle. Okay, let's put it in a very simple understanding. This is a support. So when this is a support, you can see from this support compared to this, and compared to this, it is higher, and higher support. It shows that buyers are still willing to buy at a higher price, expecting it to exceed the expectation to go a higher high. So in this case, it shows the market is very positive about Aussie Kiwi. So in that case, don't sell. Right? Can we buy? I would say that tentatively, Aussie Kiwi, yes, we can still go for buying. All right. But as for me, right, everybody know, for those who have followed me for so long, I'm a seller, so I only look out for selling trade. For people who are new, who are coming in, well, remember to smash the like button, subscribe, and ring up the bell to stay updated with me daily analysis here. So you will know that I'm not a buyer, but I'm a seller. So I have determined what kind of trader I am. I'm a seller. I will not go for a buy. If there's a buying trade, I will stay away. Okay, so I'm trying to put all these rules into myself so that I can stay focused. I will be very focused to do what I want to do, achieve my target. All right. Okay, so Aussie dollar. All right, Aussie dollar. Okay. All right, so Aussie dollar over here. Aussie dollar. We are talking about selling trend. Okay, I'm sorry, I was distracted by a pop-up of the news. Okay, yeah, coming back here. So Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is actually in the bear market right now, right? It's still selling. Aussie is still very weak against the dollar. However, Aussie today is actually having a retracement to recover some losses for the past 3 days, right? So very obvious, even it's in the bear market, but I will not sell because it's actually in the retracement. So as we have seen yesterday, this is the support level that I plotted out, and and it hits on the support nicely. It sits on it and now it's retracing upwards. However, we have a new resistance level over here. So that means to say we still have quite a big space, about 40 pips to go to hit on the resistance before it starts to retrace downwards. Okay, continue the selling. So tentatively, even I'm a seller, I will wait for it to hit on the resistance level to see whether it will break. If not, then I will start selling. All right. If it breaks, of course, I will stay away. Okay. So Aussie today, where Aussie CAD, franc, yen, kiwi, and Aussie dollar, I shall stay away. All right. It may happen on the It may happen for the selling on the second half of the day, but for right now, I will not sell. Okay. Right now I will just stay away. Okay. So Euro Aussie over here. Okay. So Euro Aussie. Since Aussie is actually going for the retracement, so Euro Aussie is also going for retracement as well. So by looking at this, Euro Aussie, like we say, okay, for the past few days, this blue green line here is the very strong bull zone, which is going to push the price, going to change the direction for a reversal. So over here, right over here, we can see that now it's actually into the bull zone and get out of the bull zone, going for a bull. But it meets up with the resistance and it starts to retrace downwards for a retesting. So right here, if you can see there's a little A here, okay, there's a little A here. So a little A, that means it's tested the previous support and it's not breaking, it is bouncing back. Okay, so that means to say this support is quite strong. So retesting on this, okay, I would say that tentatively, we still have a big space to go. However, let's look at where is the support and the resistance. So this is a retesting mode. It's going to retest this zone. We have a space of 200 pips to go. No, sorry, about 170. So right now, if we want to trade on the retesting, can we? Yes, we can. However, you must understand that this is a higher risk. It's a kind of a higher risk trade. Okay, so please manage the expectation yourself to see if you can trade. If you are able to trade with this kind of retesting. So how am I going to take note about this? By looking at this, you can see that there's a support level over here. Okay, there's a support level over here. So if Euro Aussie, I'm going to sell in this retesting stage, right? So what I'm going to do is that I want to wait for it to break the support. I'm going to wait for it to break the support over here, right? Then forming a new cycle, right? Forming a new cycle, then we start to sell, right? Which pairs you trade, all right? Yeah, are we going along, all right? So thank you. Do I pronounce your names as Modus? I hope I pronounce it correctly. Modus, right? Okay, so Modus or Modus? I think it's Modus. Okay, right. Okay. So over here, I'm very sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. I find it so rude that if I cannot pronounce it correctly, please pardon me. Okay. All right. So okay, over here. So this support. This Euro Aussie, right? So over here, when it breaks the support with retesting the support by not breaking up, okay, then we're forming a new resistance below the support. Then we start trading. Okay, so Euro Aussie, yes, kind of good. Okay, because the next support is actually about 40 pips away, so it's still quite potential, right? So let's put this into my watch list. Right, I'm going to put this into my watch list so that we know later on which are the currency pair we are going to focus. Okay, right. Okay, I'll be trading about 18 pairs, but not every pairs for every day. I will pick up those potential one to trade on the particular day. All right. Okay, so Euro Aussie. Okay, I will put this into my watch list, but it must break the support, retest the support, and forming a new resistance before I start selling. Okay, right. How about EURCAD? Right, so a reminder for those who are new to my channel, remember to click on the like button, subscribe, and ring up the bell to stay updated. Okay. All right. So EURCAD over here. Well, EURCAD, there is something that I want to highlight for EURCAD that we got to be careful. Okay. Although EURCAD, like now we are looking at selling trade, is a bear market, is selling down, right? It's selling down. So over here, selling down here, we are now going to form an inverse head and shoulder. We're going to form an inverse head and shoulder. That means to say it may have a great chance to reverse upwards. Okay, so tomorrow we shall see tomorrow today it really stopped at the support here, and tomorrow forming up a support, which means a red candle and a green candle going upwards. That means, as you can see, there's an inverse head and shoulder over here. So head and shoulder is going to go up and retest the resistance, likely is going to break. Am I right? Okay, so over here, we got to monitor this, right, for EURCAD. Although we are in the selling. So EURCAD, if I'm going to sell, same thing, I'm going to wait for it to break the support. Okay, once it breaks the support, head and shoulder is not easy to form. So I guess it will be so much easier for us to sell, because after breaking the support, we have a very good space of 60 pips, 60 pips to sell. So I guess this is fantastic. All right, so we must break the support to form a new resistance below the support. Okay, make sure it's below the support. All right, so over here, as you can see, I want a new cycle. So this is what I meant by a cycle went up, a cycle came down, complete the full cycle here. So we have completed the full cycle. So will there be from this point, a resistance here, a lower resistance, which is a lower high? Will there be a lower resistance here, so that it will create another lower high, a lower resistance, forming towards the support? It's also showing that the strength of selling from the market. Sellers are willing to sell at a lower price, seeing there's a potential, all right, seeing the potential that it will break the support. So there will, I'm waiting for a lower resistance to form in EURCAD before I take action. Okay, right. So EURCAD is also very potential. So I'm going to take this into my watch list as well. Okay, so let's move again. Moving MT chart is very hard. Okay, so over here, I guess perhaps you got to take a practice a bit. I guess we got no choice, but the chart is moving all the time. All right, so yeah, okay. So over here, I'm going to skip EUROPAUD because of this war between the Russia and Ukraine. Okay, so tentatively, okay, I'm not going to touch on EUROPAUD for the moment. Okay, because the fluctuation is too big for us to handle. Right, and now let's move into Euro Yen. Okay, let's take a look at Euro Yen. Yes, we are still in the bull. Right, 1, 2, higher support, moving towards the bear market, into the bear zone. So after meeting with the resistance, it turns down. Okay, it turns down. It's actually going into the bear. It's actually going into the bear market soon. But right now, as of now, in this situation, there's a retracement. There's a retracement here. So let's see. When there's a retracement in let's see in H4. So H4, I'm going to take a look where's the support level. This is a support level, and we can see that from the top here, we form a lower resistance, and we form a lower resistance, right? So it's a trending market. So when there's a trending market, when we take a look, about to have the support, the previous support here, all right, the previous support over here, This support tested support tested the support and breaks. So after testing the support twice, finally it breaks, it will become a resistance. So for Euro Yen, if I'm going to sell today, I'm going to take note. Will it test the resistance, okay, without breaking the resistance, forming a new selling signal whereby it's a green and red candle, engulfing red candle, then I will start selling from here to here. We have very good space, about 130 pips to go. So over here, in H1, I'm going to lower down this time frame to take a look if H1 will then create a new cycle. That means to say, right at the moment, will there be a green, red candle that will show me the potential of forming a downward cycle during this session of 4 hours. So we have about 60 pips to go. So Euro Yen is quite potential. However, we must bear in mind the resistance. There's a resistance over here, right now. Okay, this is one of the key resistance that we must look out for. But as for the cycle, there's a resistance over here right now. If there's a selling opportunity, we can grab some. Okay, so we can grab some. There's still chance for us to go, right? There's still chance for us to go. As you can see, right now it's something like an inverse head and shoulder again, but it's forming the inverse. So when it comes back here, so the head and shoulder is coming out very obvious. So during this period of time, do we have a chance to sell? Yes, I would say yes, we do have. But bear this in mind, today is a retracement day for Euro Yen. So very likely, if it breaks this resistance, that means to say it's going up to the higher one, then just be patient. Okay, either way. All right. So Euro Yen, we can pay attention to. All right. So for this Euro Yen, I'm going to put this into monitoring stage, and I'm not going to put into my watch list first. Okay. All right. So for Euro Kiwi, we still have quite a bit to go, right? Quite a bit to go for this bull zone. So tentatively, by looking at this, is a downward trend, lower low, retracement for a higher low, and now it seems like the higher low stop. So let's check. Will I still be able to sell? Okay, will I still be able to sell? Because right now we are still in the resistance area. Okay, so that's cool. So let's see, and now we are on the new resistance. Okay, we have a new resistance over here. Okay, there's a new resistance over here. So it's a new resistance compared to the peak here is the lower resistance, a lower high. So that means to say there's a chance of selling. Okay, there is a chance of selling. So let's take a look. All right, so now after this, it went up, correct? Tested the resistance, and this is what I meant. Okay, this is what I meant by new cycle to sell. A new cycle to sell. So the support, okay, there's a minor support over here, right? So after breaking this support with another resistance, okay, another resistance below the support, or a new cycle like this, a green red candle below this support, we have good chance to sell of 70 pips, 70 pips. Okay, so Euro Kiwi, I'm going to put this into my watch list. So this is quite potential, right? So I'm going to put this into my watch list. Okay, so how about Euro Dollar? Let's take a look. Euro Dollar. So Euro Dollar continue the bear. So it's still in the bear market running low. So right now, let's take a look. Will there be a chance for us to sell? Where we are going to plot out from the trend we know is a selling trend. So I'm going to plot out a support level, which is at the blue arrow, as you can see. The next one over here, this high creating a lower resistance. Another lower resistance, that means it's a trending market. So it's a trending market, right? So over here, there's a resistance. Okay, and now let's look at this. And we can see from H1, there's a lower resistance, trending downwards with a lower resistance, trending downward, correct? Trending downwards, but over here it has been hovering for a few hours since the market opened today. So that means to say the support is actually pretty strong. So we need to wait for a new resistance, a lower resistance created and continue the selling. And then by then we shall determine where. For example, let's say it's here. There's a green red candle. Then let's see how many pips do we have. If we have 24 pips, okay, scout for a 5 or 10. I think that's pretty safe, right? So yeah, unless it comes in and a break, of course, that will be a happier one. Okay, so euro dollar, by looking at this, we are in the downward trend indeed. Okay, yes, we are in the downward trend. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we are in a downward trend, but then again, I'm quite concerned about the retracement here. So unless there's a new resistance, that means there will be a lower resistance, then I think that is pretty good. Okay, so Euro Kiwi, I will put this into my watch list. Sorry, Euro dollar, I'm going to put this into my watch list. Okay, so Euro dollar, this one, Euro dollar, please wait for a new selling cycle before we start selling. Okay, all right. So over on the other side here in Pound Aussie, okay, Pound Aussie over here, Pound Aussie once again is in the bear market, running low, retrace upwards. Okay, can you see there's a rejection candle over here from the resistance here? Okay, so it's very obvious that this resistance is strong and it has been resisted for the last 2 days and now it's on the selling. However, we are now meeting up with a support. Okay, so there's a resistance here. Now we have a lower resistance here. Okay, forming up a lower high, a lower resistance over here. A lower resistance also means that sellers are willing to sell at a lower price to break the support level. So for this, definitely it's clear that the support is here. Can you see this area of support? So now we are on the support. So same thing for Pound Aussie. If I want to sell, okay, I want to make sure that I break the support, forming a new resistance below the support, then I start selling. Okay, so yeah, Pound Aussie, good to focus also, right? So I'm going to put this Pound Aussie into my list. However, I guess we need a lot of patience for Pound Aussie. Okay. All right. So Pound CAD, we are in the bear, as you can see, selling down. Right, selling down with a lower high, and lower low. Okay. So right now we are moving towards this selling. I think it's pretty good. We are forming up a new support, and as you can see from this area, lower resistance. The lower resistance here got rejected and down over here, correct? So now this is the resistance, pretty high up. So I cannot wait for the price to go to my resistance before I sell. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to wait for Pound CAD to break the support. Break the support with a new resistance below. Okay, same thing. Break the support with a new resistance below. Then we start selling. Okay, then we start selling. All right. Okay, so that's for Pound CAD. Right, that's for Pound CAD. I'm going to put this into my selling list. Okay, so next again, let's go Pound franc. So in terms of Pound franc over here, Pound franc, we have been retesting until this week for the last 3 days. It's still retesting the bull zone. So it's still retesting a bull zone. But okay, congratulations, for the past 3 days, we have picked up Pound franc and retest the bull zone. Yes, it's coming to the end. I'm not sure will it break, so I'm going to skip this. Okay, right. So how about Pound yen? Yep. Okay, nicely done. For the past 3 days, it's a very strong selling bearish market. Now it's hitting on the support. Okay, so let's see. Are we correct? Yes, we are on the support right now. And now it's going to retrace upwards. So retracing upwards by looking at the top here, resistance, lower resistance, lower high equal lower resistance, and now the next one to go, that means to say a lower resistance is in around this area. Okay, so we are looking out to reach this area. So pound yen seems like it have about 100 pips to move before it hits on the resistance level. So in this case, right, it seems like it's quite difficult for us to trade. Patient, of course, we need, and we need another one level, which is here. This is something that we should also take a look, because over here there's a trending up. So it forms a support. So all this support will become a resistance after tested and break. So right now, as we can see, candle open on the resistance. Is it good to sell now? No. Okay, so let's look at this. In H1, okay, it hits on the support, it starts to retrace upwards. This is the resistance to be exact. So now we have a higher support moving towards the resistance. What does that mean? A sign of buying to break the resistance. Okay, all right. So let's wait. Pound yen, yes, we have potential, a good V over here, right? So if there's a new selling cycle coming down, yes, pound yen we can sell. Okay, all right. So pound yen is also quite close. Then I'm going to put this pound yen into my list as well. Okay. All right. So pound kiwi coming back for retesting. Okay, as we said yesterday. So yes, right now we are already below the support level. After retested last 4 hours, when the market opens, it retested the support, which become the resistance. So I'm going to bring this down, okay, to see where's the support level. So the resistance, I'm going to bring it down also, okay, to tell us. Right, H1, and you see, it start to sell, hits on the support, retest, now retest again. So as you can see, retesting, right? So let's wait for it. Okay, let's wait for this to break the support, form a new resistance below, then we start selling. Okay, right? Pound kiwi, we do have a chance, right? There's a chance for us to sell. So I'm going to put this pound kiwi into my list as well. Okay, right? So selling list. Okay, my push card, huh? Okay, so pound dollar. We are in the trend of selling, bear trend, but H4 seems like it's now giving us a support here, showing us there's a support. Selling most likely is around this range. Okay, so let's see. Okay, pound dollar. Well, pound dollar, we are going to do this. Pound dollar setting up one side of the A, that means one side of the support. Let's say it went up and it comes down, test the support without breaking, that means it's gone. So this is a sign of a rock bottom. So in this case, no way. Okay, it's going to take very long while, right? It's going to take very long while. Maybe we can come back on the second half of the day, which is the US market, right? So tentatively, yep, no, just skip this. Okay, all right. Pound dollar. I would very like to put this in, but I don't see. I see there's some difficulty over here in pound dollar. So yeah, just give this a miss. All right. So dollar CAD today, right, have been retracing up for the past few days and now coming to a resistance. All right, there's a resistance here. So let's see. Am I right? Yep, the resistance here. So from the support, it went higher support. Right now, building up the higher support. So if that's the case, I guess it is not good to focus. Just stay away for a moment, okay? Stay away for a moment right now, all right? So how about dollar franc? Dollar franc, it is still in our bull. So just stay away with dollar franc, okay? So buyers can buy, sellers stay away. Dollar yen, how about dollar yen? Dollar yen, we are still in the bull. Alright, creating another support, higher support over here, going to the moon. So buyers can take note, sellers stay away. How about Bitcoin? Right, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin yesterday we have a drop, okay, fall below our 38 mark, which is now standing at 37.1, okay, being the lowest. 37.1, okay, so 37.5, sorry, 37.5. So let's wait for it. Perhaps this is the area of support, okay, for this Bitcoin. So buyers, take note, today we may have a chance to buy. Okay, so just hang on with this first. Okay, all right. So I guess that's about all for today. Let's see what do we have to sell. Okay, this is how I analyze the chart, and after I analyze the chart, I will post it up here. Okay, and all of you can take note, so that you know what are the currency to trade, so that you will not fall apart and lose your direction. Okay, all right, so now let's see. Over here we have EURAUD, EURCAD, EURKiwi, EURODollar, how Aussie, how CAD, how Yen, how Kiwi. Okay, all right. So tentatively, I'm not going to do any of the. I'm not going to buy. I will be only selling for all these currency pairs. So a gentle reminder: remember, those currency pairs needs to break the support to form a new resistance below. Please wait. Okay, please wait. Be patient. All right. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for your patience today, and I apologize for the technical glitch that delay my live telecast here. So I shall see you guys tomorrow again, same timing in GMT plus 13 hours. And I wish all of you will grab profits from my analysis, stay focused for the currency pairs that I'm going to sell, right? So shall see you tomorrow. Good luck everyone. This is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Shall see you tomorrow.